Love in its purest form is a pathway to the fullness of life, and Father John Alexander has captured this beautifully in this book.
I see you in the sunrise every morning. It's like a picture that you painted for me. The love letter in the sky.
As we gather to celebrate the launch of Are You Ready to Love by our esteemed author, Reverend Father John Alexander SDB, and published by St. Paul's, Mumbai. This is a moment of joy and grace as we focus on the profound message of love that this book offers.
A reading from the Holy Bible, from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 13, verses 1 to 10. The gift of love. If I speak in the tongues of humans and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing.
Father John Alex, casually he was telling, it was he who instilled him the spirit of writing, especially in writing the spiritual matters, which really nourished him and enlightened him throughout his writing experience.
Why reading is important, not only for seminarians, but for everyone. Therefore, Pope Francis will be thrilled if he comes to know that we are having a function here today to release a book and to launch a campaign to donate books to rural students. The book to be released today is Father John Alexander's 7th book, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Are You Ready to Love? Pathways to Life in Fullness. He gave me the honor of writing the foreword for his previous book, Wise and Strong. So I read the entire manuscript. For this book, he wanted an endorsement from me. So I read the manuscript of this book too. So, what can you find in this book? Father John has pondered several things and gathered the fruits of his reflections on a variety of topics, mostly related to love.
We have come here to celebrate and to manifest the love which we are experiencing day after day. The first one is upward mobility, and second one is inward mobility, and third one is downward mobility. I think we have come here, Are You Ready to Love? Inspire countless individuals to choose love over hate, compassion over indifference, and unity over division. May this book ignite a spark of love in our heart and help us to commit ourselves to be agents of love in our own lives and the lives of others. May we carry the light of love wherever we go, and may it guide us throughout our life. Thank you, dear Father John Alex, for this beautiful gift. May your writings continue to inspire us to be bearers of God's love to the people whom we meet in day-to-day life.
That way I'm very happy, part and partial of this celebration of today. Coming to the book of Reverend Father John, it's a very, very simple, heartbreaking book. When I read the topic, Are You Ready to Love? It comes to my mind the question of our Lord Jesus Christ made to St. Peter. do you really love me? He is a divine master asking the same question in a different way, putting it in simple and direct form, whereas you put it in a human way, are you ready to love? So in that way, your book is not written on a human values, also on the gospel values. And that touches me a lot.
At a time when our idea about friendship and love is caught in what I might call a tunnel vision, the idea of a tunnel which leads you to light is indeed the wisdom of the time, the wisdom of the moment. I was very struck by this. And it's fortuitous that I get to see this morning and talk about it this evening. Father John Alexander's book is striking for many reasons. It's very difficult to speak about a concept like love because it is a shop-worn term. It can become a cliche very easily. It can become stereotypical very easily. But to find new meaning, to reinvent it, to reimagine it, to make it relevant to our times, that is indeed a very, very difficult task. And I was, in fact, wondering how this book is going to read. I did what's called a speed reading of it, and yet I was engaged. To begin with, it's very eclectic. Eclectic in a very substantive manner. He draws from various authoritative sources, quotes a vast array of not just theologians, but philosophers, thinkers, and brings to each idea of friendship and truth and love a fresh meaning. It's a freshly minted language, if you like, with which he's tackled these ideas which could easily become shop-worn, as I said, or stale in some sense, because the term is used over and over and over again. You have love and love and love and love, right? And then you have loves with suffixes, which are problematic. And therefore, to keep the original sense of the word and to invest it with the meaning which is very, very strongly tied to our times, very significant to our times, is to my mind a daunting task, and Father John Alexander has done it so admirably.
Very modern and progressive in his outlook, and it is a real pleasure to be able to participate in the launch of his 7th book. Very often when we have book launches, very few of those who speak and those in the audience have much of a clue about what the book is about. And that's a handicap. But on this occasion, I think most, if not all of us, have read the book or skimmed the book. I actually read all 152 pages. Are you ready to love? And Pathways to Life and Fullness. And alongside, I think it's a wonderful initiative that has been launched today, Butterfly Express, the book donation campaign for rural students. And I'm sure if the idea is taken far and wide, the response will be very, very good, and it will also be appreciated. Of course, in giving books, people have to exercise some judgment, not donate books that they want to discard or they have little regard for, books of value. You can't guarantee that all books that come will be valuable, but that there must be a conscious attempt to give them good books. The book you want to keep, you should give. That's very much part of what Father John is talking about sharing, about being generous, and so on. The book you love most maybe a first edition of something, that's the book that is most valuable. And I hope some of the donations will be extremely valuable books. The focus of this event, the book launch, like my friend and colleague Sashi Kumar, I too would not describe myself as a religious person, to put it mildly. I'm a non-believer. Let me lay it out at the outset. But I have great regard for men and women of religion who work for the common good, who work to unite people in the values that our Constitution proclaims. In the preamble, everybody has seen it at some point or another, but very few of us take it to heart. Justice, social, economic and political, the liberty of thought, of expression, of belief, of faith, of worship, equality of status and opportunity, and perhaps most important at this point of time in our political history and given our highly contested socio-political milieu, fraternity. And that fraternity contains the value of love. Love, of course, goes beyond that, but fraternity is based on the idea of respect, of equality, but also solidarity and love. And Father John, in a very interesting chapter, it's chapter 21, please read it carefully, Schools of Love, Rethinking Catholic Education Today. And let me dwell on it for a couple of minutes.
Today is a book release, but I think each of us are creators. I would like to conclude the entire event saying, quoting Toni Morrison, who says, if there is a book you want to read, if there is a book you want to read, but it has not been written yet, then you must write it.
Life, love, and care. Don Bosco, the dreamer's dare.